Going the distance with local sports. Covering the Loretto Mustangs, Summertown Eagles, and Lawrence County Wildcats. Basketball, football, baseball, and more. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome out to Denver Trap Field here for our final game of a good Babe Ruth 14-year-old Southeast Regional, sponsored by Michael Marks alongside Hayden Burks. AJ has let the kids handle the toys a little bit more today for our final game between the home team, Marshall County, on the scoreboard, and the away team, Tallahassee. I mean, Hayden, we've had a great tournament so far, a little round robin action. We've seen a bunch of teams play a bunch of games, and you know, we've pretty much got our final standings now with Tallahassee taking the title, Lawrenceburg coming in second, Greenville third, Sarasota fourth, and Marshall County in fifth. Get to play this last game just to get a little more baseball in, make sure everybody plays their 4 games. So, Hayden, what are you looking to see out of this last game?
Well, I mean, I'm just looking to see Marshall County. You know, they've struggled this whole tournament, but, you know, just trying to bounce back, and it's just Tallahassee, just trying to go out there, have some fun today, and, you know, we'll get this last ball game in.
Yeah, I mean, our previous game earlier today, we had the first game of the day was Lawrenceburg and Marshall County. Lawrenceburg took that one, I believe, final score 16-2. Our second game,
I believe it might have been
14 to 2, pardon. And then our second game of the day was a barn burner, our first extra innings game of the tournament, where Greenville got up 6-0 over Sarasota. Sarasota came back in the top of the seventh, tied it up, went into extra innings, where Greenville walked it off 7-6 in the bottom of the 8th inning. So we've had some good baseball today, and looking to finish it out with the third game of the day. See if we can get some lineups here. So our lineup for Tallahassee leading off will be number 27, Briggs Sparkman. On deck will be J.R. Thompson and Henry Richardson in the hole. Third base corner playing in. First pitch just inside for a ball, and we are underway. First pitch at 3:36 local time. So we're only about, I'd say about half hour behind schedule with that extra innings game. Comes to 1-0. And that one in there for a strike. So, hey, we've seen each team switch up their lineup a little bit today just to get some guys that haven't played as much, get some pitches, get some innings. As that one swung on and missed by Sparkman. On the mound for Marshall County will be Ben Randalls.
I believe that's his first appearance on the mound so far for Marshall County this whole tournament.
1-2. That's going to hit him. Yep. Yeah, it hit Sparkman inside on the hip, so the leadoff batter will be on base for Tallahassee. As that's going to bring up Thompson. Thompson at shortstop once again. For Tallahassee.
You know, and Thompson, he's had a good good tournament for Tallahassee so far.
It's that first pitch from Randall's low and away for ball 1. Behind the dish for Mount Pleasant is number 4, Logan Coyle.
Did you say Mount Pleasant?
Or Marshall County, pardon.
It threw me off because we were just talking about it earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about a Mount Pleasant Loretto baseball game earlier. So we got a courtesy runner.
Parker Ritchie.
Yeah, Parker Ritchie coming in to run for Sparkman, who is actually catching today.
I would have to assume that's Preston Ritchie's brother.
We would assume. Same team, same last name.
Yeah.
They got to be some sort of relations. I've done so much baseball the past couple days. Everything's kind of just running together with names.
Yeah, I'm starting to know these kids a little bit more. The first day I was kind of like, let's see. I'm trying to figure out that.
Yeah. That pitch. In there for a strike. Again, like you said, Hayden, Thompson had a pretty good tournament, been a solid defensive shortstop. And that may be the foundation of this Tallahassee team. They can score a couple of runs, but their defense is just so fundamentally sound that, I mean, if they get up a little bit, as there is Richie taking off for second, he will be there safely as that pitch was in for a strike. So count 1-2 now to Thompson.
For Tallahassee, they're just a solid team overall. Like, they're not going to score a bunch of runs. It's just that they're going to play as solid and they're going to make you make a mistake.
Yeah, and their last game quarter, their pitcher threw a no-hitter against Sarasota. And Sarasota, I mean, they went almost 13 innings without getting a hit, as that went into the game today. They ended up getting some of those problems worked out as they almost made a tremendous comeback. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Randall's come set. That pitch can be fouled into the backstop. Count even at 2 now. On deck is Ethan Richardson. Richie gets his lead at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Randall's in the dirt, ball 3, count now full to the second batter of the day.
Yeah, Marshall County just trying to get something going their way, not just already in this game, but this whole tournament.
Yeah, as soon as they seem to get something started, it kind of just falls apart as that pitch is outside. Still in third is Richie. He will be there safely. Runners on the corners now for Ethan Richardson.
So Tallahassee looking to strike early in this one.
Richardson playing center field once again for this Tallahassee team. Only 3 substitutes this team. We've seen some different lineups, especially Sarasota and Lawrenceburg most prominently, that had those deeper benches where they had to move guys around, get some guys some innings.
Yeah, but I say it looks like we're not going to see Colton Quarter today or Tucker Papel.
Yeah, both played yesterday. Colton Quarter had a marvelous day on the mound. Not a lot of strikeouts, but only allowed a couple base runners, did not allow a hit in that shutout victory of Sarasota. And as many pitches as he threw, I'd imagine his arm is probably a little bit sore today as there is Thompson taking off for second. Pitch went over the pitcher's head. It's kind of like the catcher didn't know if he wanted to throw down or not. 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out now for Tallahassee. You got to give props to this Tallahassee team, Hayden. They drove, 8.5 hours all the way up to little old Lawrenceburg, and they've come in and just dominated this tournament as that ball is hit hard to the third baseman. They're coming home, and they will get the lead runner out. What a heads-up play there by the Mount Pleasant third baseman. That is Colton Butler, who got it fired at home, and they got the lead runner. So now 1 out, runners on the corners once again.
Yeah, that was smart by Colton Butler to understand the situation. You had no outs, and to keep a run from scoring there, just throw it home.
Heads-up baseball here by Marshall County. It's going to bring up E.N. Bass. Bass, the extra player today, caught yesterday's game. Pretty good day at the plate. Taking off for second is Richardson. He will be there as they throw down, not in time. Thompson holds up at third, so 2 guys in scoring position once again. See, what was so surprising right there, Hayden, is they don't have their infield in, but they still went home with the tag, as that pitch will be in the dirt. Yeah, usually if you're going to go home to try to prevent a run, you have your infield playing in. Playing back, you would assume a ground ball to third base, and they'll just go to first and eat the run.
Yeah, it's definitely different how Marshall County plays. I'm not sure if it's like strategy or what it is.
2-0. That'll be in the dirt, ball 3. Oh, they called that a strike.
Oh.
So another umpire has a little bit of a late call. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Randall's. Get that one in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. No, 3-1, 3-1. He caught a strike on that the pitch before. Or he held his arm up at least.
we can't really hear from up here, see what he's calling. That's
3-1. That's a
gonna be
strike.
fouled.
Foul ball.
I'll make it a full count.
Second full count of the first inning here for Randalls. So, got Thompson at third, Richardson at second, practicing his swing.
Man, the field looks great with that sun being out.
3-2. Swing, hard ground ball, foul. Yeah, you're right, Hayden. I mean, the sun out today, we haven't seen much. I mean, yesterday it was beautiful weather, and if we tried to play 3 games yesterday, I don't think we would have gotten done. I mean, I got home at about 3:15-ish, and that's when the
Floodgates
walls, the floodgates opened, and I assume this field was probably underwater. As that 3-2 gets away, Bass will trot down to first.
So
Bases loaded.
So
That's going to bring up Preston Ritchie. Preston playing second base today.
Randall's already in the jam here. Got base loaded, only 1 out.
And I believe only 1 hit. So he's been trying to pitch around these guys. That first pitch by Ritchie is fouled. Back towards the Marshall County dugout. So the bases are loaded. As Ben Randalls looks to get out of this jam unscathed. That pitch inside.
He's trying to work that inside corner.
Yeah, trying to get a jam pitch right there, and I mean Tallahassee has just been smart enough to not really swing at anything. 1 ball, 1 strike here. That's away for ball 2. Working a lot of breaking balls early is Randalls. Two one. That's going to bounce off the head. That's why you wear a helmet, kids. Yep. As that's going to plunk Preston Ritchie. He'll walk down to first. That will bring home Thompson. And that's going to bring up Connor Burgess. Burgess playing third today.
So Tallahassee quickly tags on 1 run just like that.
Yeah. It's rare you get to the 6th batter of the lineup and 1 out and only 1 run, but this Marshall County team is doing a good job not allowing extra bases and a bunch of errors and stuff like that early.
I say it's still early in this game. Everybody's still trying to get a groove of how the game's going to be called.
That's a hard ground ball, gets through the 3-4 hole. 1 run will score. Here comes another. That is.
He's going to get there.
Yeah, he will get there safely and down to third.
Quickly, 2 more runs tagged on.
So the runs score are Richardson and Bass. Advancing to third is Ritchie. And the second is Burgess. So that's going to bring up left fielder Cade McLeod. McLeod had a big hit in yesterday's game.
I believe he was the designated hitter for yesterday's game as well. So
I believe you're right.
I'm sure he's happy to play a little bit of defense today.
That one's going to be popped straight up. A little bit of no man's land. Coming on is the shortstop. That's going to drop. Everybody will advance 1 spot as that's going to bring this game 4-0 in a heartbeat.
That's just a tough break there. I'm not sure if that got if it was bad communication by Marshall County there, or
it was Putnam, Bedingfield, and Leonard there trying to. It was in that little spot between all 3 of them. They all charged on it.
Or if the sun was in their eyes, I'm not exactly sure. Of course, they're all wearing sunglasses. So.
Those can only help so much.
Yeah,
So that's going to bring up Ryder Miller as we got our man taken off for second. McLeod will be there safely. And every time we look up, it seems like Marshall County has 2 men in scoring position.
I mean, this is the first time I believe, Michael, Tallahassee's really just established dominance like that because, they slowly would tack on runs.
Yeah, usually it's a slow burn, but they've come out and kind of punched
Marshall County in the mouth.
And that one's driven deep to left field. That's going to be down for a base hit and extra bases.
Score at least
One
Two
run
more.
scores, 2 run scores.
Wow.
Here comes Miller to second. He will hold up there with a 2 RBI double, and now a 6-0 lead for Tallahassee with only one out here in the first inning.
And if you wonder, does Marshall County have any more guys that they can play on the mound right now, Michael?
I'm not sure. I mean, they've gone through several pitchers each game.
I mean, they had – who did they have last game? I can't honestly remember who they had at the mound at the start. Bedingfield.
Yeah.
I believe it was Bedingfield.
I think Putnam pitched a little bit.
Yeah, Putnam pitched a little bit. So, I mean.
So that first pitch here to –
It's going to be a strike.
That's Jack Kuhn. Kuhn had a tough day at the plate yesterday against the Sarasota team.
He's had his struggles throughout this tournament, but, he had a solid game, though, against, Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, as
that's going to hit him in the head.
It's going to hit, Miller in the head. They're throwing it back to second. He just wore it off the helmet. Almost took back off for third.
Well,
Kuhn on the mound today for Tallahassee, so looking if he can help his own cause before he even gets out there.
They tell you to wear one at the plate, but I guess that's another way to wear one.
It's 0-1. Kuhn's going to sky that one to shallow left field, shortstop under it, and he will make a
catch. Wow.
Good little scoop catch. They will try to get 2 as Miller will get back safely, but a heck of a play there by the shortstop. That is Gavin Bedingfield, number 5.
Wow, what a play by Bedingfield. It looked like he caught it, with his sidearm.
Well, it's kind of like a little bit of a scoop catch almost. So that's going to bring on Wilson Wooten, the right fielder. First time we've seen him bat, I believe, in this tournament. Usually Papel has been in that right field spot.
I'm sure that, he's probably filling in for Papel.
But this Tallahassee team has done a really good job using all their pieces. As that ball's going to get away, allowing Miller to advance to third. It's now with 2 outs. They have their 7th run of the inning, 90 feet from home. Yeah, we've seen both Richies. We've seen Colton Quarter. We've seen Tucker Papel. Those are the 3 guys in the dugout today.
Yeah. I'm sure Parker Ritchie, he's in the dugout, but I'm assuming he'll probably make an appearance sooner or later.
That pitch is outside from Randall's.
I believe he's
actually, did they call that a strike?
I believe that was a ball, actually.
Yeah. No, he did. 1-1.
Oh.
Here comes the 1-1. Hard hit ground ball, going to go just foul down the third base line.
Yeah, if that would have got past Butler there on third base, that would definitely scored another run to make it 7-0. Tallahassee, 3 hits already. Nothing wrong about that.
Yeah, 6 runs on 3 hits. It's they've just been getting on base, and when the hits will come when they do. That pitch will be swung on and missed. A strikeout. Drop third strike, fire down to first, will end the inning. Tallahassee gets 6, strands a runner at third, though, as Marshall County comes to bat here at the bottom half of the first inning. You're watching Babe Ruth Baseball here on the X Sports Network.
This is Jason at Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg. For over 90 years, Volco has been a family-owned company. We're proud of our past and excited about our future. We're open to the public for wholesale and retail trade. We carry product lines such as Milwaukee Tools, Lucas Oil, and Malco product. We carry all major brands of lubricants like Shell Rotella, Haviland, Castrol GTX, Mystic, Motorcraft, Valvoline, Kindle, and Mobile. We here at Volco offer a complete line of car detailing supplies, shop supplies, tire repair products, and lawnmower supplies. Check us out online at VolcoAutosupply.com or at 416 Buffalo Road here in Lawrenceburg.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
Tennessee Flight Training. We are training the next generation of pilots. Come and see why Tennessee Flight Training is the best way to learn to fly. Tennessee Flight Training. The skies are calling.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back. Bottom of the first inning. Marshall County coming to bat the first time. Leading off will be their center fielder number 2, Gabe Leonard. On the mound for Tallahassee, I believe for his second appearance, is Jack Kuhn. First pitch from Kuhn will be outside for a ball. So we are underway the bottom half of the first inning. That one in the dirt for ball 2. Leonard, a little guy here in center field, is going to make that strike zone a little bit tighter. 2-0, swung on and missed. I believe that was fouled back into the netting, actually. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Looks like we got somebody else behind the plate for Tallahassee. Usually we've been seeing Ian Bass. But
Yeah, this is a leadoff. Briggs.
It's going to be Briggs, yeah. He's been in right field most of the time. Well,
Yes.
actually all this tournament so far.
Yes. Babe Ruth, 14-year-old Southeast Regional, brought to you by Quick Mart, as Gabe Leonard will call time. That pitch, ground ball hit towards the shortstop. Fielded in is Thompson. Firing over to first will be in time for the first out. That will be scored 6-3 on the ground out. But a good piece of hitting right there by Leonard, as that ball was squared up pretty well.
Absolutely. That's all you can ask for with this Marshall County team. You know, just, hey, hit the ball and hope for the best.
So that's going to bring up their shortstop number 5, Gavin Bedingfield. First pitch from Kuhn will be grounded to the third baseman, fielded it cleanly, fire over to first in time, and quickly 2 away, as that was the third baseman, Connor Borges, with the throw. So that's going to bring up Colton Butler, number 10, the third baseman for this Marshall County team. Butler made a good play to save a run in the first inning, as Tallahassee did tack on 6 after that. 2 outs here. Kuhn going to work. First pitch, fastball, swung on and missed.
Man, that was a beauty. I mean, just right down the middle. I believe this is Kuhn's second time this tournament being on the mound.
I think he started the game. I think he started the game against Lawrenceburg on Wednesday night.
Yeah. Well, he showed out that game.
Yeah, gave up a bunch of hits to Lawrenceburg, but this Tallahassee defense.
Other than that,
if he'd get in the jam, he'd get out of it. 1-1. Swung on, hard ground ball up the middle, goes through the legs of Kuhn. Thompson tries to make a play, will not, and that is a base hit right there, Colton Butler. 2 out, base knock, gets the party started for Marshall County, as that's going to bring up their right fielder number 15, Preston Haywood.
Preston Haywood was a key factor for Marshall County in that Lawrenceburg game earlier today.
First pitch in there for a strike. And one thing I've noticed from Kuhn, I mean, he's really pumping first pitch strikes, trying to get ahead in the count early. And the difference in batting averages, at least in Major League Baseball and college baseball, between a 1-0 count and 0-1 count is tremendous. That's going to be swung on and missed. Big hack right there by Haywood. But Kuhn blew the heat by him. Count is 0-2. 2 outs, runner on first. In the dirt, taking off for second is Butler. Will be there without a throw. Ball kind of slipped away from Sparkman behind the dish, as this is his first start behind the plate.
Good start. I mean, good job by him to keep it in front of him, though, because if that would have got away from him, probably would have took off for third.
Runner in scoring position now is just swung on and missed by Haywood, and the lefty Kuhn gets out of the inning, stranding the Marshall County runner at second. So after 1 here at Denver Trap Field, it is Tallahassee 6, Marshall County 0. You're watching Babe Ruth Baseball here on the X Sports Network.
Tired of driving into the city every time you need appliances, furniture, or heck, just about anything? Next time, stay local and come to Swap and Shop Center. We have everything you want, from computers to furniture, major appliances, lawn and garden tools, electronics, you name it. Our #1 goal is to get you the items you need at a price you can afford. We even offer 120 days same as cash financing. We won't be undersold. We specialize in service after the sale. We pick up where everyone else leaves off. Swap and Shop Center, family owned and operated in Lawrenceburg for over 61 years.
Southern Tennessee Orthopedics welcomes orthopedic surgeon Dr. Paul Thomas. Count on Dr. Paul Thomas, podiatrist Dr. James Barksdale, and nurse practitioner Doug Ead at Southern Tennessee Orthopedics to keep your life in motion. Injuries and foot pain can rob you of the activities you enjoy most. So our team is here, close to home, to address the pain and to get you moving again. Southern Tennessee Orthopedics. From the routine to the unforeseen, you can count on us. To learn more, visit SouthernTennesseeMedicalGroup.com or to schedule an appointment, call 931-762-4400.
This is the X Sports Network.
And top of the second inning here at Denver Track Field, Tallahassee puts up 6 in the first inning and shuts down the Marshall County offense here at the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional, sponsored by Quickmart. So with their 10 batters, they've sent 10 to the plate, stranded 1, as we're now back up to the top half of the order here for the second inning. Coming up for his second at-bat is Briggs Sparkman. Sparkman's going to hit a sharp ground ball to Bedingfield at short, can't scoop it cleanly, and that's going to be a leadoff base runner on an E6.
One pitch, that's all it takes.
Yeah, Bedingfield charging on that one, just couldn't scoop cleanly, as we're going to get a pinch runner once again.
Parker Ritchie again.
Yep. As that's going to bring up J.R. Thompson, the shortstop. Thompson been a sure glove at shortstop, and honestly, I mean, he's been just as good running the bases. Ritchie gets his lead at first. I believe that's still Randall's on the mound. Ritchie taking off, swing on. Fly ball to left field. Charging on it is the left fielder. He will make the grab for the first out of the inning. Retreating the first is Ritchie. So that's, I mean, a good sign for Marshall County's defense right there, getting first out quickly.
Yeah. Good job by Ritchie, though, as well, to kind of understand, like, hey, I was going to take off for the second base, but then I saw a fly ball and then retreating back to first.
Yeah, with that fly ball being the left field, I mean, you can get a little closer to second just in case it drops and you have to get to second. If not, you know, you have time to retreat to first. So that's going to bring up the center fielder, number 14, Henry Richardson. Richardson reached base and scored his last time up. Ritchie is running. Throw down from the catcher will be just a bit off as Ritchie swipes second. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. And Hayden, there is a huge gap in right center. And I know Richardson, being a center fielder, he can move pretty well. If he smacks one there, we could have...
Exactly. If he gets a hold of one right there, that's easily going to be a triple.
Maybe even more. First pitch here, Randall's outside. Nice 2-0, pardon.
I mean,
that was the second pitch.
You have to think, is Randall's going to try to avoid throwing it in the strike zone?
I mean, he's been trying to sort of pitch around this talented Tallahassee offense, but it so far just hasn't worked. 2-0. That one's going to be skied a mile high. Center fielder charging on it. And making the catch is Leonard, bringing that in for the second out. So after a tough first inning from Ben Randalls, he has set down 2 of the first 3 he's faced, as that's going to bring up the extra hitter, E.N. Bass.
Ian Bass was behind the plate for Tallahassee most of this tournament so far.
Yeah, giving his knees a break. I mean, I'm not mad at that. And I can tell he's happy to just be able to go out there and swing the bat as we wait for our umpires to readjust. And Leonard comes set. First pitch to Bass. That'll be taken on the outside corner for a strike. Good pitch right there.
I think it
May have been a little outside.
Yeah, well, if you could have replayed that, I'm sure Bass would have swung at it because I could tell he flinched to swing at it.
Next pitch will be outside for a ball.
He tried to throw the exact same pitch.
And coming set for the 1-1. Almost hit him, but dropped the curveball in there for a strike. Good pitch right there from Randles.
Michael, look at that gap in
Yeah, I
right
mean, it just
center.
keeps getting bigger.
Like,
and Bass, being the catcher, I wouldn't assume is the fastest guy, but I mean, I could probably get a triple as the runner takes off there. Pitch down to third is not in time, as that was the 1-2 pitch. Looked like Bass was ready to drop his bat and walk down to first.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you hit a ground ball hard enough, that could split that gap. Is the infield is aligned perfectly. It's just is that pitch in the dirt for ball 3? It's like the outfield, or at least the left outfield, center and left fielder got the message to shift as the right one didn't, I guess. I don't know.
but you're just taking such a big chance because if that gets by, say if it gets hit to second base and it goes through.
That's Bass going to wear that one. Took it to the jaw.
I think that got him right in the face.
Yeah. And Bass going to walk down to first.
He needs to walk that one off.
Yeah, he's going to coaching staff
hate to see that.
immediately out for Tallahassee. That was definitely not intentional from Randles, just trying to hit trying to throw a breaking ball, and it got away from him. As the Marshall County, defense will all take a knee. So we're going to go to a break real quick while we get Bass taken care of. You're watching Babe Ruth Baseball here on the X Sports Network.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
And welcome back. Bass seems to be okay as he's standing on first now after taking that pitch inside on the face. That is going to bring up. Is Bass taking off for second?
Nobody's covering.
Nobody was covering,
Nobody's
so
covering.
Just takes that adrenaline as Preston Ritchie,
Well, he took off, though.
the second baseman, up to bat. On Wednesday and Thursday, Hayden, I was at a point where I was having to pretty much read the entire roster.
Yeah.
I feel like I know most of these kids now, and I've never met any of them. As that pitch to Ritchie will be in there for a strike. The next pitch from Randles, that'll be in there for a strike.
Yeah. Ritchie.
2-1.
Yeah, I believe Ritchie was able to make his way home.
Yep.
For Tallahassee.
As that one's in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. I can't tell when this umpire's calling a strike or not.
I can't either.
He holds the fist up every time.
That's
The 3-1 here with 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Ritchie's going to rip that one up the middle. It'll get through for a base hit. Preston Ritchie, 2 RBI single as Bass comes
tag on
home.
2
Ritchie's
more.
going for 2, and he will be there safely.
Wow. Good
So
base
tack
runner.
on 2 runs for Tallahassee as they now lead this one 8-0 after the 2 RBI double from second baseman Preston Ritchie.
Man. Ritchie's
Scoring
having himself a game so far.
I believe that is Richardson and Bass. That's going to bring up Connor Borges, the third baseman, number 25. Borges did reach his last time and scored.
I mean, I'll tell you what. He's quietly one of their best
Yeah.
players. Like, we don't talk about him much.
No, I mean, he doesn't do anything too extraordinary, but he gets on base, he scores runs. So 2 outs. Runner in scoring position as Borges will take that first pitch in the dirt. I mean, third baseman is one of the very few, I feel like,
They don't get enough recognition.
Yeah, I mean, you know, because you're going to face a lot of right-handed batters. They like to pull stuff. You're getting balls hit at you, you know. At least as Borges is going to rip that one left field. Left fielder going back will make the catch as a deep fly ball by Connor Borges will end the top half of the second inning for Tallahassee as they tack on two out runs as they now lead Marshall County 8-0. You're watching Babe Ruth Baseball here on the X Sports Network.
There are now more ways to save at QuickMart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at QuickMart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back, bottom half of the second inning here in the 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional, brought to you by QuickMart. Tallahassee tacked on 2 in the top half of the second as they now lead Marshall County 8-0. Coming up to bat will be the pitcher, Ben Randalls. It's not been the best day on the mound. 8 runs off 5 hits as he's going to try to take that first one, but I believe he went around right there. Strike 1.
He's just trying to help his cause right now.
Yeah, but then being a leadoff batter, you know, just get on base, try to score, as that next pitch will be high for ball 2. On deck is left fielder Jackson Lindsay. Coming set with the pitch. Kuhn on for his second inning of work. Struck out 1, I believe, in the first inning. Had a pretty quick inning.
Yeah.
Despite giving up to hit to Colton Butler.
I mean, he's been throwing strikes. Can't even ask for anything different. Of course, this pitching staff for Tallahassee, it seems like everybody on this team can throw strikes.
2-1 in the dirt for ball 3. But, yeah, I mean, you said it, Hayden. It feels like everybody they throw out there is going to pound the strike zone, and they're all good. I mean, they're making smart pitches.
And we saw it last game with Colton Quarter.
As that 3-1 will be just inside Ben Randall's leadoff walk here for Marshall County. So that's going to bring up Lindsay. Runner on first with nobody out as Marshall County looks to start to break into this Tallahassee lead. First pitch from Lindsay swung on and missed as the lefty Kuhn coming with the heat early. Small lead on first by Randalls. As that pitch in the dirt. Oh. Sparkman will keep it in front of him to.
They're just getting away from him. He's shaking his head, but I mean, like, hey.
I mean, we haven't seen him catch this.
Yeah, I mean, it's
this
not like they're
tournament.
getting away from him. Yeah.
1-1 here. Allen swung on and missed another big chop right there from Lindsay.
Good cut.
As Kuhn is just kind of overpowering him with the velocity. 1-2 here to the Marshall County left fielder. Swung on and missed strike 3, as that is the second strikeout of the day for Kuhn. And looking at Marshall County's lineup card, they actually have a team name. They're the Thunder.
They do, yeah.
You know, most of these teams we've just been kind of calling by the location.
Yeah.
It's kind of been bothering me. Usually I'm used to saying a team name. So Marshall County is the Thunders. That's going to bring up their catcher, Logan Coyle.
Last game, Coyle against Lawrenceburg had that 2 RBI double.
One out, double play opportunity here. As Kuhn, that one's going to get away. Randall's taking off for second. Good throw there by Sparkman. It's in time. Got him. What a throw by Briggs Sparkman as that pitch kind of got away from him. Randall's didn't have the biggest lead on first and got a little bit of a late jump as the throw down to Thompson was perfect and on time. Yeah, 2 outs now as there's nobody on base. So 2 outs, nobody on now for Coyle. And a 2-0 count. Kuhn brings that fastball right over the plate for strike one.
He's just so smooth with his pitches.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a fluent pitcher. As that ball swung on and missed, fastball again. And he's starting to remind me of what J.D. James did yesterday for Sarasota against Tallahassee, just overpowering him with the fastball. As it counts now 2-2. Swung on and missed, another strikeout, 2-0 on the inning. Gets them out. Nobody stranded as Kuhn has gone through 2 strong innings. Coming back up in the top of the 3rd inning for Tallahassee. You're watching Babe Ruth Baseball here on the X Sports Network.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Don't just find a job, find a career with Resource MFG. The team at Resource MFG in Lawrenceburg has the resources and experience to find you a full or part-time position right away. Now recruiting for open positions in Lawrence, Giles, and Murray counties. Whether you're entering the workforce for the first time or looking to take your career to the next level, let your journey begin with Resource MFG. Located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Phone 931-570-2111 to jumpstart your career today. Great food is just a short drive to Heine's Barbecue in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Heine in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Heine Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Heine sauces, snacks, and more. Heine's Barbecue, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Whether it's popcorn, biscuits, or automotive, you need the right ingredients to achieve the best results. Heritage Automotive is proud to serve our community with a continually growing inventory. We also help our community grow by contributing to a vibrant economy, which helps build schools. I'm Keith Durham, and I'm the General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, and it's my job to make sure that you're 100% satisfied. Heritage Automotive, your hometown Chevy and GMC dealer.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back, top of the 3rd inning. Ben Randall's on for his 3rd inning of work in this 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional Tournament sponsored by Quick Mart. It's our last game of the round robin tournament, game 10. And Hayden, we've had a fun week. 10 games, and I believe none of them have been on schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, that has to do with rain and all that stuff. You know, you can't help Mother Nature, but
you can't have a week-long baseball tournament in the summer without it being rainy and then 100 degrees the next day.
Yeah, especially whenever you got somebody that says, "Oh, it's supposed to be good for the whole." You ain't got to worry about weather, but
I don't know. It was not me that said that. I don't know who said that. It was probably somebody that we all know very well, though. That's going to be number 7, K. McLeod, leading off the 3rd inning.
But no, I've had a whole lot of fun watching these kids. A whole bunch of talent and all over the nation. We got 2 teams in Florida, 1 team in North Carolina, and 2 local teams in Lawrenceburg that's hosting this, and then also the team we're watching right now in Marshall County. So it's fun to watch all these kids just right before school starts.
Yeah, and I know this is a little different than what I'm about to bring up as McLeod fouls that one off. I like seeing the videos of the kids in the Little League World Series and stuff like that, and then where they end up afterwards. Because you've seen guys like Jake Fromm, he played Babe Ruth baseball. Zane Denton I believe he hit a grand slam in a game before he ended up at Alabama and then Tennessee. There's all kinds of guys like that. As that ball is ripped at the third baseman, another good defensive play there. That is Colton Butler, and there are so many good third basemen in this tournament. We've seen a ton of them.
Credit.
McKay has been a good one for Sarasota. Butler for Marshall County.
Scott for Greenville.
Yeah.
Our own Jake Moore for Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, Jake Moore. We
had Kobe Diller play a little bit too.
So that's going to bring up first baseman Ryder Miller. Reached base and was stranded in the first inning. Next pitch, that's going to get away. One. Jack Kuhn, the pitcher, on deck, and I don't even think he needs to get a hit today. Just keep pitching like you're pitching, and there will be nothing to worry about as this pitch is taken on the outside corner.
I'm telling you, I'm just concerned about that big old gap.
Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. So I'll zoom out.
Somebody
so
makes solid contact with that, and it keeps rolling.
So you got that huge gap right there. Is that pitch taken for a strike? Two. Randall's. That one's just a bit high for ball 3, and now our count is full.
Haven't seen much of Miller in
this
tournament. He's been very quiet.
He's been kind of in the same role as Richie is. He's just been a base runner. So he'll take that one outside, ball 4. Second time on base for Miller in this game. That's going to bring up Jack Kuhn. 3 strikeouts in 2 innings for Kuhn. His last inning, he was just kind of tearing everybody apart.
Looking to help his cause on both sides.
Walked the, I believe, leadoff batter in Randall's, and then he was thrown out in second by Sparkman behind the plate. And then 2 strikeouts as Randall's will pick over to first, not in time.
I'm assuming that Miller would probably be taking off for second anytime soon.
I believe he stole second his first time up, so I'd
got a big leadoff on first.
Have to agree with you. This Tallahassee team hasn't been as aggressive on the base paths.
There he goes.
As he's going to take off right there. As the pitch gets away from Coyle. I believe that makes the count 2-0 now. That was the first pitch right there to Kuhn. Yeah, like we said, Kuhn's had a great day on the mound so far.
I believe you said 3 strikeouts already, only 1 walk.
Here's the next pitch. That's a called strike on the outside corner.
Looked like a ball at first.
Just clipped the plate right there. Next pitch, ripped at the first baseman, dropped. We'll tag first. Hard hit ball by Kuhn right there. He gets a fist bump from his coach, but a good play over there by Marshall County first baseman. That is Hickman. So that's going to bring up Wilson Wooten. This is the bottom of the order. 2 outs. As that pitch hit right back up the middle, right back to Randall's, and that'll do it. Rather quick inning there for Randall's as he gets through the inning without allowing a run. Coming up in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Mount Pleasant will try to tack on to this Tallahassee lead. You're watching Babe Ruth Baseball here on the X Sports Network.
There are now more ways to save at Quick-Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick-Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to the bottom of the third inning here at Denver Track Field for this 14-year-old Babe Ruth, 14-year-old Southeast Regional, sponsored by Quick-Mart. Coon back on the mound and starting off right where he left off as up to bat for Marshall County. That is number 27, Putnam, Mac Putnam. As that pitch is away. You got Aiden Hickman on deck for Marshall County. I don't know why I'm getting them mixed up. As that pitch is just high. 2-1.
I would kind of like to see the YouTube feed to see how many fans are bashing it.
Yeah, I know. I've done like 8 games in 4 days. I just
And you've called more Marshall County games than I have.
I think this is only the first one I've done, or second one I've done. I did the first one.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I think this is my third one.
So this is my second. I've only seen them once, and it was the first game I did.
Yeah. I
2-2.
Back. I'm sorry, Michael.
That pitch in the dirt, ball 4. And after working a full count, Putnam's going to walk down to first. That's bringing up Hickman, the first baseman. Hickman made a good play there in the top half of the inning.
Hey, we'll keep that ball in front of him.
So Coon looking for a little bit of revenge here. That pitch in the dirt for ball 1. And after looking sharp the first 2 innings, Jack Coon looking a little bit sluggish to start the third. That next pitch, outside corner. 2-0.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to work on that outside corner. It's just not falling for him right now.
Next pitch, swung on, foul back. And please return all foul balls to the dugouts.
Hey, we're getting
I was on time, right? I was on time that time.
Yep.
We've been playing that game since yesterday. Out 2-1 from the tall lefty. That's outside, ball 3.
You know, I only think we had maybe 3 of those the whole Lawrenceburg game earlier today.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like we had 40 of them yesterday.
Yeah, it was a lot yesterday.
Next pitch, swung on, foul back.
There's another one.
Please return foul balls to one of the dugouts.
Just a little bit early on that one again.
I waited. I tried to.
I didn't know if he was going to do it again.
I didn't. He called the heads up again.
Yeah.
So full count here to Hickman. Swung on a hard ground ball to the third baseman. They're going to try to get 2. Got 1 at second. Over to first. Double play. 5-4-3. Double play here to start the inning. What a play. I mean, I think that's only the second or third double play we've had the entire tournament.
This Tallahassee defense is unreal.
Hickman rocked it over there to the third baseman. That's fired to Richie at second. And then over to the first baseman to get the double play. So this is, I believe, the extra hitter here
Octavian Howard.
Yeah, Octavian Howard. Played the first game in left field, I believe.
Extra left field against Lawrenceburg earlier today.
Is now the extra hitter. He's going to take that one. Ball 2.
He had some big hits earlier today, though, for Marshall County as well.
1-1, pardon. That one's away for ball 2. Next pitch outside ball 3.
Oh, it's actually 2-2.
That was called a strike.
Okay.
The more you know.
Yep.
2-2 from Kuhn. That one.
He pulled back.
3-2.
There's no way he went around on that one.
Hey, well, I mean,
he wanted to.
He wanted to call it, and he wanted to swing, but full count here. Got him
on that one.
Strikeout to end the inning after the double play. Kuhn 4 strikeouts through 3, and has shut down Marshall County's offense. This is the end of the 3rd inning here. You're watching Babe Ruth Baseball here on the Exports Network.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back, top of the 4th inning here. Marshall County currently trails Tallahassee 8-0, as Ben Randles is back on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. Had his first shutout inning in the top half of the 3rd, looking to throw up a couple more of those and give his offense a chance to come back. Coming up to bat, we have a new batter, actually. That is number 5.
Tucker Propel.
Yeah, Tucker Propel is coming into bat for, I believe, Sparkman.
Yep.
Because we ended that inning with Wooten. Pell will take the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Thompson on deck. That one's in the dirt for ball 2. Looked like a little bit of a breaking pitch right there from Randles.
Yeah, Randles, he really just hadn't been able to find his grub. It looked like early in the game, when he was throwing a few strikes, it looked like he finally found his grub. But other than that, he just can't seem to find it today.
2-0. That's in there for a strike. Actually, they're going to say it was high, ball 3.
It looked high. I was just going off the reaction of the home plate umpire there. I was thinking, it looked good. I just was, when he threw his hand up, I was thinking they called the ball.
Next pitch, in the dirt, 4-pitch walk. And Tucker Propel will trot down to first, bringing up the shortstop, J.R. Thompson. Thompson's had a pretty good day on both sides of the plate, offensively and defensively.
That big-time double play.
He was actually the one person not in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unreal.
They pick back to first quickly. Pretty close play.
You don't see a shortstop many times not in a
Yeah,
double play
usually, I mean, the
situation.
amount of 4.6, 6.43s I've seen, I mean, just. It's unusual to see one around the horn, 5.43 like that.
5.43 like that. It's
Got 1-0. That pitch going to be in the dirt. Ball 2. Randall's, that's outside ball 3. And with a 3-0 count now, Randall's trying to avoid back-to-back walks to start this inning.
That's the second time Logan Coyle's faked over to first. He really
compared to
wants-
most people,
yeah.
Papel actually has a pretty big lead for
does.
this Tallahassee team. 3-0, that is in there for a strike as they pick back
He
to
wanted
first.
Yep, he tried that time.
As Papel gets back safely with no tag from
I'm
Hickman.
surprised he hasn't taken off for second yet. As aggressive as this Tallahassee team is when it comes to base running.
Yeah, and Papel being a fast guy.
Because, I mean, he's got fresh legs. He's been in the dugout the whole time.
Pick back to first. Not in time. And that one will be a little high for ball 4. As Papel took off for second there, but will be unnecessary. As Thompson trots to first. That's going to bring up Ethan Richardson, the center fielder.
Let's see the hustle by Papel, though.
Yeah.
Sprint to second.
Looks like we're going to get a pitching change. As here comes the Marshall County coach out, and it looks like we're going to get the former first baseman Aiden Hickman on the mound. So while we let Hickman warm up, is him and looks like him and Randall's are just going to switch positions. So while we let Hickman warm up, we'll go to a quick break. You're watching Babe Ruth Baseball here on the X Sports Network.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie, and we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretta, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back. Out here at Denver Track Field, new man on the mound for Marshall County is Aiden Hickman. He comes in with the runners on first and second as they will try a double steal. And good job by...
Good job, though.
Yeah, I believe that is the third baseman, Colton
Tucker? No.
Butler.
Butler.
Yeah, Colton Butler there at the hot corner to save that throw from Coyle going into left field.
Colton Tucker, I know, that plays at
Lawrence
County.
Yeah.
Good basketball player.
Yeah. Good ball player. Runners on second, third now with nobody out. As Tallahassee looks to take their lead to double digits. As that pitch to Richardson will be just outside for ball one. Pardon, that was the second pitch, 2-0 now. Hickman drops that one in there for a strike. Good breaking ball. Dropped just below waist level of Richardson, right over the middle of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike now. This Tallahassee center fielder. That's going to go over his head for ball 3. Hitter's count here for the Tallahassee center fielder as he looks to either get on base or drive in a couple of runs. Comes Hickman. Hit laced into the 5-6 hole. 1 run will score. They will hold the other runner up at third, Thompson. As Papel scores from third, everybody else advances 1 spot on the RBI single from Henry Richardson, which brings up E.N. Bass. Bass, the extra hitter today. Believe he might move to catcher since they subbed to Sparkman.
Yeah.
And Papel will go into that extra hitter spot.
Good to see Bass.
Yeah, Bass hitting the head last time up.
Face.
Yeah, he took one of that little earpiece as they pick back over to first. Richardson back safely. But good to see Bass still out there as he, I believe, has scored 2 runs today. Comes a pitch from Hickman. That's over the head. Bass trying not to take another shot to the head. Trying to go back to Florida in one piece.
Yeah. He's got his eyes open now for sure.
And it being 5 o'clock and Tallahassee being in Eastern time, I would assume they might stay another night in town unless they plan on having a long drive. 8 hours is...
Might stop somewhere in Georgia.
Yeah, that's what I would assume. Is that pitch, I believe, was called a ball.
Yeah.
2-0.
Just don't stop in Athens. Whatever you do.
Hey,
don't stop in
Tallahassee, I
Athens.
mean, I would imagine Florida State doesn't like Georgia
yeah.
either. That pitch will be just high. Actually called a strike. That was about hand level. 2-1.
Sorry to all you Georgia fans. We're Tennessee fans here. At least most
Anything
of us.
but Georgia.
Yeah, anything but Georgia. Well, I don't know. I don't know how Dusty can root for Alabama.
Yeah, that's a little sad, too, as that pitch is fouled out of play for strike 2.
Just if you're watching this Rocky Top.
Yeah. Listen, Dusty's first Alabama fan I've heard admitting they might win less than that they might lose more than 2 games in the season.
I have high hopes for them at that. I mean, 10-2 is what I got them as on our last show that we mentioned.
This next pitch swung on, driven deep to left field. That might get down. It will be over the head of the left fielder. 1 run scores. Here comes another. Bass looks to hold up at second, and he's going to actually go to 3. And he will be in there with a bases clearing triple as E.N. Bass, 2 RBIs will bring this Tallahassee lead to 11-0 as we got Preston Ritchie up to bat.
Yes. I believe his last at bat, too, he brought in some more runs. What was it? 2 RBIs,
I believe so, yes.
2 RBI double because I remember they sent one home and then he took off for a second.
Yep.
Still no outs here.
And no outs. Bass 90 feet from home. This is his first pitch from Hickman. Soft ground ball at the shortstop betting field. Firing over to first. Will be in time. Good throw and a good scoop over there by the first baseman as Bass scores from third on the fielder's choice. So the RBI ground out there from Preston Ritchie will bring up Connor Borges, the third baseman, who has had a heck of a day.
I mean, who on this Tallahassee hasn't had a good day?
That is true.
This is probably the most dominant they've looked this whole tournament.
Yeah, 12-0 here at the top of the 4th inning with only 1 out.
I mean, like we said, they only beat Lawrenceburg 7-1, and then they beat Greenville 7-5, and then they beat Sarasota yesterday. I believe it was 6-3. No,
Oh, that was nothing. It was. I think it was
3 to nothing.
No, I think it was 5 to nothing. I think they tacked on a couple real late.
Yeah, I'll have to look on.
But they no-hit them.
Yeah, that is true.
And that was kind of the one, I guess you could say
Colton Quarter who pitched the game of his life.
Ball hit by third baseman to third baseman, Borges to Colton Butler.
We talked about them third basemen's getting their money's worth today.
Oh yeah, and hey, I mean they're earning it. As looks like the Tallahassee coach is coming out to make a bit of a lineup change.
Oh boy!
Here comes Mr. No Hitter himself, Colton
We just
Quarter.
got done talking about him.
Figured his arm might be a little sore after yesterday, but he's coming in to bat the big lefty.
I wouldn't be surprised if Marshall County kind of pushed the outfield back a little bit.
Yeah, take a couple steps back. I'm glad they've realigned.
Yeah, if I was Marshall County, I'd be trying to push Leonard out a little bit more right, because if Quarter gets a hold of it, and that gap over there is going to be wide open for him.
Like we said, Quarter 7 innings, no hits, shutout yesterday against Sarasota, which was, I mean, honestly, their offense was kind of their Achilles heel. It kind of woke up a little bit today, and they had a good game against Marshall County, but Sarasota, despite having a 6-year MLB All-Star on their team, couldn't really get the bats going as that pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. I don't think Quarter's going to see a strike here. Hickman has already had a little bit of a hard time finding the strike zone. As Quarter battles that one off.
I mean, we talked about Sarasota. It's not like they had a bad tournament.
No, I mean, they played good. It's just
they're a good
there'd
team.
be a couple of plays later in the game that would kind of lose it for them.
I mean, they're a pretty good team. I'm sure when they go back home and they play in teams that they're used to playing, I mean, I'm sure they're better than most.
2-1, outside corner.
Just like most of these teams, it's just different seeing teams
Yeah,
teams
you've
don't
never
see.
played.
Yeah, you can't scout. It's hard to.
I mean, I doubt these kids from Lawrenceburg have even played this team from Marshall County, despite being just up the road.
Yeah. They might know some of the guys on the team, but they never played against them.
As that ball ripped into right field, they had a little bit of an infield shift on Quarter, but as hard as that ball was in, I'm not taking one for the team and get in front of that one, as that's going to bring up
Miller once again.
Yeah, Ryder Miller.
I believe he was walked his last at bat.
Yep. I believe he's walked both at bats so far. Can't blame a guy for taking pitches. That pitch will be taken upstairs for ball 1.
If he could just get that pitch down a little bit, I mean, he's right where he wants to be in the strike zone. It's just that it seems like they're floating on him. Here's the 1-0. That's going just inside.
And that's the thing. He's missing just inside, just up, just down.
It's not that he's not inconsistent. He's just trying to work the strike zone and figure out where he likes it.
I mean, you can't leave anything over the plate to any of these hitters for Tallahassee. As you've seen, they've already put up 12 runs and looking to add on to that, as Miller is looking to go en route of the hat trick via walks. 1, 2, 3, as it is 3-0 now.
He'll do just
that one inside, ball 4. And after giving up a single to Quarter, has now walked Miller with runners on first and second with 2 outs.
We're going to see Parker Ritchie at the plate for the first time for Tallahassee in this tournament.
Yep, his brother grounded out earlier, scored, I believe that was Bass from third to be the 12th run.
But he's coming in for Kuhn.
I hope that's not the day for Kuhn. He's pitched 3 beautiful innings so far. Only giving up 1 hit and I believe 2 walks. But other than that, it's been...
I mean, I haven't seen any action in the bullpen over there for Tallahassee. So I'm assuming he might be done for the day on the offensive side.
Maybe a safe bet.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that last at bat. He had a hard hit ball at the first baseman, Hickman.
Of course, I could be wrong, but I'm just assuming.
Here comes the next pitch from Hickman. Richie will foul that one back. So this is Parker Richie up to bat. 1-1 count. Next pitch, breaking ball over the plate. Just does not clip it. 2-1.
I'll tell you this, though. After the ball games yesterday, I went to go eat with my mom yesterday, and I saw the Tallahassee baseball team that we're watching right now. They were at Heine's. So I'm sure they got some good old barbecue.
I had never eaten at Heine's until I did Exports Live the first time back in, I believe, early June, late May. And, man, I love it. There are a ton of good places to eat in Lawrenceburg.
Absolutely.
As that one's going to get away ball 4. Richie trots down to first. I mean, Heine's just to name one. I mean, but you can really find just really anything anywhere. I mean, you got every fast food joint you could ever want. You're going down, if you head right down the highway.
Yeah, and if our viewers that are watching us, and if they ever visit through Lawrenceburg and they want to go through Heine's barbecue, I have 2 recommendations. The brisket grilled cheese is a go for, and then the brisket pizza.
Yeah, that's my go-to order when we do Exports Live. I get me a brisket pizza with cheddar jack cheese, and that thing is lovely. It's that pitch inside. Wooten up to bat now.
Calling a baseball game and talking about food.
Just hey, I mean, there's plenty of good food everywhere. I bet out of all the cities here, Greenville's probably got some of the best food.
I mean, I would say Tallahassee.
Carolina's can cook.
Carolina's got a bunch of good stuff.
And see, if I hadn't just got back from the beach, I'd say Sarasota or Tallahassee just because I'm such a sucker for seafood. Wooten's going to swing and miss on that one. I'm such a sucker for seafood. I'll go to the beach, eat seafood for a week, and then not want to touch it for about a month.
Yeah.
1-2 here. Hickman. Got him on the inside corner. Hickman gets out of the inning, strands 2, but Tallahassee puts up 4 runs to extend their lead 12-0. Marshall County come to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching Babe Ruth Baseball here on the Exports Network.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
And welcome back. I believe we are in the bottom of the fourth. Yep. As we got a new man on the mound, Henry Richardson. Was the start of this game in center field. and is now going through this Marshall County lineup for the second time. Leading off is Gabe Leonard. As we go from a lanky lefty to a lanky righty. 1-1 count here.
Got the same pitching style as well, too. I mean,
yeah, it's pretty. It looks similar delivery,
Kane,
just
yeah.
from the opposite side. That one just a bit upstairs. So we also have a new catcher in. It's Tucker Papel behind the plate instead of Sparkman. Still got Borges at third and Ryder Miller at first. That one in the dirt. 3-1 now. As Richardson's looking not to allow the first base runner he sees to reach. That pitch outside corner called strike. 3-2 now. To the top of this Marshall County order. Three-two. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. First man Richardson sees sits down swinging. And a good start for the first man out of the bullpen for this Tallahassee lineup.
Man. It's been all Tallahassee today, Michael.
It's going to bring up Bedingfield, the shortstop. And, yeah, like you were saying, Hayden, 12-0. It is all Tallahassee. Marshall County got a hit in the first inning, actually, and since then have had a couple guys reach, but just, yeah, not much going on their offensive side of the ball. Defense is stepped it up a little bit after a rough first inning, you know.
But the thing at Marshall County, you know, even though they haven't won a game yet in this tournament, they've progressively gotten better throughout.
Yeah,
you know, they've
got no hit in their first game, and have, you know, shown signs of progression as they play each and every game.
Yeah. You know, they tagged on 5 runs against Sarasota, took the lead at the top of the 5th there. So
that neck pitch swung on and miss. I believe that runs the count even at 2. No, 2-1. Richardson. Swung on and missed.
I think that was strike 2.
The umpire said strike 2, but I believe we had another one. And that is a 2-2 count now here. Swung on, fouled back into the net. Count even at 2. Next pitch here from Richardson. Swung on, battling is Gavin Bedingfield right here, doing a really good job, Hayden.
I love it. I mean, he's swinging at what he thinks he can get a hold of. That's all you can ask for as a hitter.
Yeah, I mean, he got a hit 2-0. Swung and missed 2 pitches, 2-2, and since then has been battling here against Richardson. As the next 2-2, high and outside ball 3, and he's now run the count full. And Richardson now in back-to-back 3-2 counts.
Michael, I'm looking at the scoreboard out here. I mean, Tallahassee, 12 runs, 5 hits, 6. That's going to be fouled up. No errors. They've thrown a perfect game. But Marshall County, I mean, they've only got 1 error. I mean, 1 hit, no runs.
Yeah, I mean,
but 1 error, so they've been pretty clean,
game.
too.
Yeah, a near-perfect game. I mean, that was the third batter of the game, Butler, that got that hit.
And it was going back to what I was saying. They've progressively gotten better throughout this tournament. So.
And that'll be in the dirt ball 4. First walk issued by Richardson, as that's going to bring up Colton Butler, who has seemingly been the MVP today for this Marshall County team.
Yep.
Great defense over there at third, and has the lone hit. Have Gavin Bedingfield here on first, dancing around looking to possibly take second right here, as Butler's going to pop the first pitch back out of play. And please return towel balls to either dugout.
Boy, that was on time.
That was on time there, yeah.
Man.
We've been having fun trying to time them up for the past 2 days. Next pitch from Richardson, just outside for a ball. 1-1 now. Runner on first. believe it's just one out so far, as that one's driven to shallow left field, shortstop getting under it, and it's going to drop. Butler 2 hits today for Marshall County, as they now have a runner in scoring position with just one out.
He's the lone 2 hit for Marshall County as well.
So that's going to bring up Haywood for his second at bat of the game. It's Preston Haywood, the right fielder. As Papel's going out to have a quick conversation with Richardson.
Yeah, they're just talking.
I'm making sure they're on the same page. Richardson's thrown a pretty good amount of pitches the past 3 batters.
There's no reason for him to be in
No, double play gets you out of the inning.
And you're up 12 to nothing right now. So
yeah, just try to keep it at that 10 runs. So keep it in run rule distance. Swung on and missed. Strike 1 there to Haywood. Richardson looking around, comes with the 0-1. Swung on and missed once again, strike 2. And Haywood being aggressive here, Hayden, but hasn't yet paid off for him.
These Tallahassee pitchers, they've been a groove on the mound so far today. It's like once they get out of their groove, but they quickly find it once again.
Yeah, they're definitely not the kind of guy that just slacks off and leaves. No. They definitely battle back. As that one swung on and missed. Another strikeout there for Richardson, and there's now 2 down in the bottom of the 4th.
Of course,
that's going to bring up Ben Randall's runner in scoring position. A base hit, a hard hit base hit will, most likely score. Bettingfield from second. He's a good runner.
Of course, Tallahassee showing why they're going to be the eventual
champions.
After their win yesterday against Sarasota, they established themselves as the tournament.
Yeah, they have locked up first place. Whether it'll be 3-1 or 4-0 is to be determined here in the next couple of innings.
They've got the tiebreakers over Lawrenceburg because they defeated them on day 1 of games.
That pitch away, ball 1. And now the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Inside pitch right there. Good stuff from Richardson.
He's working that inside corner.
Yeah. He's going inside out, but it's fastball. It's so hard to catch up with if you don't guess the spot right. Good luck. It's 1-2. Bettingfield at second. Butler at first. Next pitch. Just missed the outside corner.
I thought they were going to call a strike on that one.
Richardson so far 2 Ks here in the inning. Looking to shut the door on this 2-out rally here by Marshall County. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 men on. Richardson. Just high. Runs the count full once again. Out of the 4 batters he's faced this inning, Hayden, 3 of them full counts. And they got him in a rundown. And they won't. They will. Got him right there.
That's tough.
Bettingfield got a little antsy on the bases. Richardson got him in a rundown, tagged him down himself, and that will end the bottom of the 4th inning as Marshall County, will strand 1 on first. So coming back here for the top half of the 5th inning, maybe Tallahassee's last time to bat. You're watching Babe Ruth Baseball here on the X Sports Network.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation? You're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit lawrenceburgflooringandmore.com.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back, top of the fifth inning. Back to the top of the order. New man on the mound for Marshall County is Lindsey. First pitch driven by Propel, and it's going to get down into right field for a base hit. As Tucker Propel just drove one to shallow right. As we now have the leadoff man on with J.R. Thompson, the shortstop, coming up to bat.
Thompson's been busy at the plate today, Michael.
Yep. All kinds of base running, hits, RBIs, and a great day defensively as well. As a quick pick to first. Jackson Lindsey trying to get Propel. Lindsey comes set. Breaking ball high and outside. And despite Tallahassee being quite aggressive running the bases, I bet with the 12-run lead, Hayden, they're probably not going to try to push anything.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but like I said, you're up 12-0, so I wouldn't think they would.
Say Propel's been a good runner, but honestly, unless something gets away, they haven't been too aggressive stealing bases as that pitch is inside. I don't think Thompson has been thrown more than like 3 strikes today. Yeah. And he's not like a big power hitter. He just makes you pay when you leave something over the plate. 2-0. That's going to be a high fly ball out to shallow right center field. Charging on it is both the right fielder and the center fielder as they collide. But a good play by the right fielder, Preston Haywood, to bring that in for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up the pitcher, Henry Richardson. 2 strikeouts and got a guy caught in a rundown and tagged him out himself in the 4th inning. Richardson had a pretty good day at the plate as well. A couple runs scored as they pick over to first. Propels back safely. Hickman back on first. Next pitch. That one's high for a ball. Richardson ahead early in this count.
I'm going to step off the mound real quick.
Decent lead by Propel, but nothing drastic. As Richardson, big cut, swung on and missed. As Lindsey
that was one he was looking for.
Yeah. As Richardson calls time. 1-1 count.
Yeah, after that pitch, he just felt like
he
was in a rhythm at that point. He just trying to
fooled him right there.
Yeah.
inside off the foot of the catcher. Came all the way back out to the pitcher, Lindsey. Papel had a chance to take off towards second, but once it came back to the pitcher, he retreated back to first. And Hayden, once again, we have about a country mile between our center fielder and right fielder. I mean, a gapper out there you could probably walk to third.
Well, it looks like the right fielder shaded over.
Yeah, he's shaded over a little bit.
Still, but I mean, earlier.
That one's going to be popped up into shallow right field. Got down in fair territory. It looked close as we got a little bit of a base running blunders as Richardson stopped at first, as it looked like that was Papel. He kind of stuttered for a second before getting all the way to third, so we'll give that a double for Henry Richardson, as that's going to bring up Ian Bass hitting the head, almost in the face. And, stayed in the game, scored a run that time, and
hadn't looked back since.
Yeah, hadn't looked back since. He's been, stayed in the order. Been playing the extra player position today, just DH. First pitch here from Lindsey inside. 2 runners in scoring position once again with 1 out here in the top of the 5th for Tallahassee, as they're looking to tack on a couple more insurance runs. As that one gets away, nobody will advance. Bass looked like he had signaled Propel to come home, but everybody stayed put.
He had his hand up. I guess he was.
Well, I thought he was waving. I thought he was waving him, but it looked like he had.
He put his hand up, but he didn't move, and then he got out of the way. But I mean, at that point, it was too late for him.
2-0. Inside once again, ball 3. As Preston Ritchie in the on-deck circle. As that one's shot into that right center field gap. Everybody's going to be running for a while. It's not going to roll too far. Bass is on his way to third, and he will get there with a 2 RBI triple. Ian Bass. That one gets away.
Oh, my goodness.
Was not looking. May have had a chance to come home, but that's going to tack on 2 more runs as Tallahassee leads this one 14-0. After we had just mentioned it, Hayden, that gap in right center field was huge. Bass sent a shot right out there and got to third pretty easily.
And that's that gamble you take in the outfield.
As they are now shaded over to the right for this left-handed batter.
Yeah.
Another big gap in left center field now, but you never know. I mean, this is a huge field.
Yeah,
We've mentioned it several times this week.
One of the biggest fields in Tennessee, probably.
Yeah, as Preston Ritchie shoots that one foul.
He's got a hold of most everything.
Please return foul balls to either dugout.
He didn't say it this time.
He didn't say it, man. I guess everyone's gotten the message by now. So Bass is the runner at third. 1 out. As Ritchie will take that second pitch actually away. 1-1 now. Swung on, foul back.
That was a nice cut by Ritchie there, though.
So after this game, I get to head south and watch the Loretto alumni game. Get all the former players out there. They have a home run derby. That's always fun to watch. Oh, they play it on like a smaller field. So as that one's driven left field, caught by the left fielder, tagging up his Bass, and chugging home will get there without a throw. I hope Caden Porter's there, man. I always like watching that guy just hit home runs just for fun. I mean, how many Grand Slams do you have this year, AJ? Was it 5? Hit 2 in one game.
And they're going to call the ball game.
They're going to call the ball game. 15. I guess it's 15 after 4 or something like that. But that's going to do it for this Babe Ruth 14-year-old Southeast Regional Tournament. First place is our winners today, Tallahassee. Oh, that's what it was. Said he left early, so that's the third out of the inning, bottom of the 5 coming up. So we'll go to a break real quick. You're watching Babe Ruth Baseball here on the X Sports Network.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
McMaster's Home Gallery, where you'll always get a special price every day. Shop their new showroom full of name-brand furniture, sofas, recliners, dining and bedroom suites, Serta bedding, lots of tables and chairs just to match your decor. McMaster's Home Gallery also has GE appliances. Stop by on Highway 43 in Loretto or call 853-6140.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
And welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning. Last chance here for Marshall County to try to extend this game as they now trail 14 to nothing, pardon. As new arm on the mound for Tallahassee, E.N. Bass, as he is facing that it looks like number 12, Ben Randalls, reached via walk. His last AB, and I believe got caught in a rundown or picked off one. As that pitch outside. 2-1. Bass swung on and missed. Big chop there from Randalls. Bass came at him with the heater.
This is his first appearance on the mound for Tallahassee this whole tournament. He's been behind the plate.
I like when we get these catchers up on the plate, see what they can do as he drops that one in the dirt, ball 3. Full count. To Randalls. That one's outside, and Randalls will get walked once again. That's going to bring up the pitcher now, number 23, Jackson Lindsay. Coyle on deck, the catcher. Outside, ball 1. Believe this is where we had the double play turned last time around, Hayden.
So you're right. That odd 5-4-3.
Yeah, the 5-4-3 double play. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Tell you what, Bass is bringing some heat.
He is.
He's got a couple swing and misses on those fastballs. As we now have Papel going up there to have a word. Yeah. And it may have not been more than one word as as Bass just, glove tapped him and
let's get it.
Yeah, let's get to work. 1-1. Do the Marshall County pitcher. Outside ball 2. Barring a run barrage here from Marshall County, this looks to be the last inning of our game, as that one is swung and fouled back into the net. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes here to Lindsay. Not a big lead from Randall's on first. And got him. Strikeout. Bass walks the first man he sees, strikes out the next. That brings up Coyle, the catcher, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Hayden, like we said, we've seen Tallahassee look really good in some games, but this is the first game where they just looked dominant. I mean, they've just overpowered Marshall County. First pitch from Bass, just a bit high. I now understand the umpire's hand signals. It looks like he was just throwing up strike every time, but he tells you high, low, inside, outside. So it's the 1-0. That one's in there for a strike.
But yeah, we talked about it. Tallahassee, they really score many runs like the last 3 games. They only had.
Yeah, they've put on some that 5 to 7 range, but really haven't been hanging out in the double digits like today. Is that one's in there for a strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Again, not a big lead from Randall's on first. 1-2 to Coyle. Bass swung on fly ball, to right field. It's going to get over the head of the right fielder. Right fielder didn't see it in the sun. Ends up just being a long single as runners on first and second now. Another runner in scoring position for Marshall County as they attacked last inning. That is, it's 27, Mac Putman. I believe last time around, or inning prior, the bottom of the 3rd inning, they had runners on first and second with 1 out and ended up getting out of that jam. But yeah, that was the right fielder number 2, Wilson Wooten, who just misjudged that ball. I mean, it was well hit in the right field, and he's playing kind of in, and I guess the sun just got in his eye as calling time as Putnam.
Putnam, I believe his last time at bat was walked.
Mm-hmm.
He's been walked a bunch of times so far this tournament.
Patient eye will get you a long way in baseball. Ever since watching Moneyball the first 2 or 3 times, I've grown for a big appreciation for on-base percentage. Not as much not spending money on players and trading everybody, but, Oakland has their way of doing things. That one swung on and missed. I think my favorite moment of the Major League Baseball season so far was that one night where they sold out the Coliseum just to show they have fans. They just don't want to watch a bad team. Because if you look at some of the players Oakland's had over the past half decade, Matt Olson having a great year for the Braves, Sean Murphy also having a great year for the Braves, Matt Chapman having a great year for the Blue Jays, you got Marcus Semien having a great year for the Rangers. I mean, they've had the players, they just get rid of them, it seems. Yeah. That pitch.
They have good careers.
Got him, strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bass.
They just need to get out of that stadium. That's their issue.
Yeah, I've heard it's the only press box in Major League Baseball history that feature a raccoon. They had it was either a raccoon or a possum in their press box, which would definitely scare me away from calling a game in Oakland. As that's going to bring up Aiden Hickman. Spent some time on first, spent some time on the mound.
Couldn't really find his groove either on the mound for most.
Yeah, I mean, was leaving everything a little bit high, and this Tallahassee lineup is very patient. As Bass, since first 2 pitches, a little bit north. 2-0. And Hickman watches that one go right down Main Street, 2-1. I mean, I like it. If you're Bass, if you can't get a strike call, just but one where they can't call it a ball. 2-1. Same pitch, ripped left field, just foul. Two count here, 2 outs. Tallahassee 1 strike away from ending this one. Bass comes set. Swung on. They're going to say he went right there, and Bass strikes out 3 to end this game here after 5. Tallahassee 14, Marshall County 0. So, hey, I mean, we've had a heck of a tournament here. We've seen 10 games now. First place, Tallahassee. Second place, Lawrenceburg. Third place, Greenville. Fourth place was Sarasota, and in fifth was Marshall County. Any final thoughts on this game and the tournament as a whole?
I mean, Tallahassee just once again showing why they're the dominant team in this tournament. But, just all in all, just even though the weather was an issue at the start of the tournament, just a great year for baseball for this Babe Ruth League, and I can't wait to see it hopefully in Lawrenceburg once again.
Yeah, I'd love to see the World Series back in Lawrenceburg like it was in 2015 and 2017. Well, from the whole X-Sports crew, we got a full booth right here. Michael Marks, Haydenbergs. We got Samuel Camp up here and A.J. Good. We are signing out from this 14-year-old Babe Ruth Southeast Regional, brought to you by Quick Mart here on the X-Sports Network.
This is the X-Sports Network.